So digitization is great, but we need to humanize digitization.
Welcome back to Go Digital. Thank you very much for joining us today. Now, we are going to be exploring, as usual, the digital world and how you as a business can start your journey in that direction. Whether you're a brand new business starting out and wandering through that global space that we call digital, or whether you're an existing business trying to expand upon your digital footprint because of the challenging times, we got you covered with Digi Business. Stay with us at the very end of this show to find out how you can start your digital journey at 70% off. Don't go anywhere. So it's been quite interesting to see how people have thrived and also pivoted towards the digital world with great success. We're also going to be looking at the various industries, but one that's caught our attention, and I'm sure caught your attention as well, is the food business. So food businesses have had to change the way they operate and how they attract customers. One food business that I'm sure you're very familiar with, one icon in the burger realm, is myBurgerLab. We're very fortunate today to have a man who keeps a lot of hungry people fed, just like me. He's the co-founder of myBurgerLab, Chin Rennie. What's up, Rennie? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Have a seat, let's get started. So it's a very challenging time, as you probably know, but a lot of people still need to eat. So tell us about how the food business is changing to adapt to that.
I think right now, what the delivery people have been doing is that they've been changing the behavior of the customers. And the behavior of the customers will dictate how business react to it. Now, at the very start of MCO, I think everyone was just, hey, you know what? I want to cook at home. That's why a lot of DIY at home kits were doing really well. People were doing a lot of delivery as well. But fast forward 6 months from then, right now what we're looking at is that people are very reliant on delivery. And there are new businesses that's addressing that. I'm not too sure if you've heard of the concept of a cloud kitchen or a ghost kitchen or dark kitchen. Same thing. And a lot of businesses are actually pivoting to cater to that, whether as operators or as tenants or as delivery options.
All right. So cloud kitchens and dark kitchens, they're basically kitchens that allow businesses to operate on a smaller scale, but still serve a larger audience without all the necessary peripherals of a dine-in experience.
Exactly.
Right? So before we get into more about how you've pivoted digitally, I just want to start about the concept behind myBurgerLab, because it's a very interesting concept when we first heard about it. Can you tell us why you started with myBurgerLabs?
Well, one of the reasons why we started myBurgerLab was because I wanted to start a restaurant, and it was supposed to be a cafe. In fact, my first F&B experience was with Starbucks. I love the place, it has good culture, good values. And then once I started embarking the journey of opening a cafe, I realized that it's not what I wanted to do, and it was a very competitive market. And when I thought back to one of my happiest moments when I was traveling in the States, I was actually eating an In-N-Out burger, which I think everyone is very familiar with now. And I said, hey, look, in Malaysia, no one is doing that. Why can't we be the In-N-Out of Malaysia? So I told my partners and say, look, let's pivot, let's go to burgers and give that a try. And I think we have not looked back since.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there are a lot of other digital steps that you've taken towards your business. So what's the trial and error process like?
You need money. And thankfully, we've been profitable, since inception, although there were a few rough years. But when we embarked on it, we said, look, we can do something with this extra cash we have. Instead of just dumping it onto Facebook and just boosting posts, let's set aside, a little bit of this money and say, hey, what can we do to better understand our customer? When people talk about boosting on Facebook, it's like a shotgun. You load your bullet, you shoot, and you hope you hit the right target. However, with targeted marketing, we are able to say, look, I am launching a new chicken burger. I only want chicken, people who eat, I only want chicken to see this. I only want people who eat chicken to see this ad.
What kind of feedback, though, have you received from customers via your social media platforms? I'm sure it's not just Facebook. I'm sure you're on the gram as well. So how's that experience been? Have they been telling you about your food? Have they talked to you about what they want?
So there are multiple ways that we receive feedbacks on our product and our services. The easiest and free one is you check your Instagram, whether people hashtag your brand or whether they tag your location. And from there, we make a proactive effort to engage in a conversation. On our app, we have also built in a system where we shoot them a message to say, hey, you ordered yesterday. And it's within 24 hours. How was your experience? Rate your service, rate the speed, and you give us a feedback. So digitization is great, but we need to humanize digitization. And I think that's something that a lot of times people forget. Digitization is just not about removing people out of the equation. It's about making things more efficient, making things more streamlined, but at the same time, it still needs the human interaction to come into play when you've collected the data.
Right. There's nothing more human than good food, let me tell you that much. So one great idea that I thought myBurgerLab came up with was the take-home kit. I saw you in a video attempting to put together a customized patty and also make your own burger, basically. This was something quite revolutionary because we're not used to it, but in your mind, what was the thought process behind that take-home kit solution?
Well, first off, the credit don't go to us. There were a few brands that were doing that already. I think people took notice of us because we happened to have the platform and the audience. We felt that, since a lot more people were cooking at home, it was the right time to address that market. Right after RMCO, right? So people were going back to their own life, people were able to go out and eat. So the interest in cooking at home, not so much. People realized it's a lot of work, right? But we saw opportunity to say, look, if we're able to freeze and vacuum pack some of these packages, what if we are able to expand on this into a supermarket of sorts and make every single ingredient of ours accessible to everyone so you can have your own myBurgerLab at home. And beyond that, we are also encouraging people to say, look, these ingredients are not exclusive to making a burger only. I've shown on video, some of these ingredients can be turned into fried rice, can be turned into pasta. You just need a little bit of creativity. Thanks to that little project, we have also been able to reach out to other restaurants and say, look, we have these things available. You can take it, use it, and help grow your business. And they were able to say, look, we have a BurgerLab burger on our menu now.
Just like a mini franchise. It's like a...
Well, yeah, although I have no franchise fee, right. But it's a way of kita jaga kita, right? F&B is here to stay, but we need each other to see, to have that longevity into the future.
So not all food brands out there are the size of myBurgerLab. I mean, you've grown significantly, good food, great process, and of course, that awesome experience. But there are a lot of food brands which were just starting out in 2020, hoping to take advantage of the great year that 2020 was supposed to be. What's your advice to struggling food brands out there?
We do a lot of collaborations, and even when we were a new young brand, we reached out to different people, brands bigger than us, to work together. Some said yes, some said no. But in the instances where they said yes, we were able to leverage on their popularity, but at the same time, we were able to learn from that, and that was the most important takeaway in all my collaborations. So to all the other food brands out there that would like to collaborate with us, we're open to talk. And it's a way to give back because we were given the same opportunity.
Oh, that's great, and I'm sure a lot of brands out there appreciate that. Thank you very much, Rennie, for joining us, and we wish you all the best with your 2020.
Thank you, you too.
So one key takeaway from speaking to myBurgerLab was the requirement for capital and time for you to go through those pain points that are required for a transition to digital business. And this is especially true for those of you in the food industry. With Digi Business and the Punjana Grant, you can start off your digital journey with a 70% off. And this would mean you can hit the ground running and enjoy all the digital solutions that are provided to you. This includes solutions on e-commerce via Avana, also managing your workforce with Alt HR, and business efficiency with Omni at low cost. So if you're interested, please do click the link in the description down below to start off your digital business journey right now, or head to digi.my/GoDigi. I'm Terrence, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on Go Digital.